Hello, so today I'm going to do a video about, this one's going to be a bit different, it's about auras. Basically what an aura is like a light or an energy, or some have said it's a part of your spirit even that, surrounds your body. Basically, a number of things about auras. I mean, one thing is, are they real? I mean, it's a controversial topic, like, if you're an atheist, you probably don't believe in auras. If you're a Christian, you probably don't believe in auras. Really, most of the people who believe in auras are like a part of like, Eastern religions and stuff like that, or they're like hippies or something. For the most part, it's not much of uh, a Western thing, and it's not much of an atheist thing either. But basically, the idea again is, yeah, it's energy that surrounds you, and we're going to talk about whether they're real, and I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say they are real because I've seen them myself, and I knew somebody that saw them, and she told me she could see mine, and she told me it was gold, and yeah, I just didn't think she was the kind of person that lied to me. Before I thought that I was ridiculous, I was pagan stuff. I sort of, wrote it off, and of course my parents just write it off. And I just, I didn't think she could lie. I thought, maybe there was colored energy that surrounds me, and, yeah, I thought I remember hearing it on, like, TV before, something about, like, aura photography, and my parents just basically wrote it off as a bunch of like pagan bullcrap, and that wasn't stuff I should listen to. But eventually, I just got really intrigued by the idea. Or are they real? Are they not? Can I see them? Can I see something no one else can see? Because I just figured, it seems like if somebody could see auras, would they? How long would it take them to figure out that that was something they could see that no one else could see? And I don't think it's fair to just treat them like they're doing something wrong because it's just what they see. I can't help that. And so I decided I wanted to maybe learn how to see auras for myself, and I looked it up on YouTube, and I saw several demonstrations. I saw somebody who took basically like an apple and put it on a white surface, and then you had to look at like the edges, or like a fruit, and that was quite interesting. And then I saw a video where you hold your hand up against like a white background and you just stare at sort of the edges of it. And eventually, I learned how to see my aura in the mirror and see my hand's auras, and I can see, like other people's auras and stuff like that. Another thing I'd like to point out is it's not very easy, especially at first. And well, actually, no, I feel like seeing the actual aura itself is fairly easy. It's distinguishing, the different colors. Like sometimes you see colors and it's obvious, sometimes it's not, Sometimes I'll get excited and say, oh, that person has an orange aura, and then everyone else in the room will have like a similar colored aura. But the colors I see best as of now are orange, yellow, and blue, maybe green. But those are the colors, I can see the best, and of course I can see my own aura the best, which is interesting, because the person who first told me that she could see aura said she couldn't see her own, so that I thought was quite interesting that I could see my own. But yeah, another point I'd like to make out is like auras and their association with your personality. This gets into maybe an idea that everything about you starts with you, or starts within you, and it flows out. And it doesn't matter what religion you believe in, it doesn't matter what culture you're from, it's just a simple truth, and you knew it ever since you were a little baby. It was the first thing you knew when you were conscious, is I'm starting from inside and I'm going out. And that's sort of the way auras are. If there's something bad in you, then your reality is going to reflect around that. If there's something good in you, then your reality is going to reflect around that. And so, basically, the idea is that your aura doesn't really determine your personality so much. Your personality more determines, like, your aura. Sort of like a chameleon, except it's more of a long-term thing rather than in-the-moment thing. Like, if you happen to be happy, it probably won't change the color of your aura. It might become bigger or wider, it might expand, but it won't change the color. Whereas if you're in general a joyful person and you're feeling sad, your aura is still gonna reflect that joyful personality. Because, like I said, it's a long-term thing. I don't think people's auras typically change. Um, One thing about auras and personalities is that there's a lot of stuff on the internet about do certain auras mean certain personalities? Now, a lot of it is subject to you. Different people maybe see auras differently, and different people maybe have different aura colors that are different personalities. So a lot of it's subject. However, I do admit that with a lot of the research I've done, like the aura colors seem to make sense for the personalities. When I saw this person has this personality and this aura, it plugged together. It wasn't a bunch of like ridiculous nonsense. Because like the person who told me that I could, the person who told me first I had a gold aura, she said it meant like loyal and noble and chivalrous, and that perfectly fits my personality. So, that's part of it's part of an arrogance thing that, made me want to believe that, like, oh, do I really have a gold aura? Like, that must make me special. So, yeah, I just thought that was something to talk about. Also, another thing I noticed that is when you meditate, or basically when you just empty your brain of all thoughts, or empty your mind or spirit of all thoughts, then that's basically what meditating is, and it increases your ability to see auras by quite a lot, especially while you're actually in the act of meditating, and it also changes your color perception too, so I definitely recommend doing that. Just sit down, be as comfortable as you can, and just stop thinking about anything. I know it's hard, especially for me, but it really does work. So yeah, I guess that's all I really have to say about auras right now, and so I hope you all have a happy day, and I hope maybe you'll all try this, and you think that's a bunch of pagan nonsense, then don't try it, I don't care. Auf Wiedersehen.